The studio lights had never felt so heavy, glowing as they always did, warm and familiar. Yet this morning they pressed down differently, almost as if the air itself understood what was about to happen. The band played the opening notes, and the audience rose instinctively, while the cameras glided into place with their usual precision. Everything appeared ordinary, and yet nothing felt the same. Kelly Ripa stood at the center of the stage, her practiced smile trembling slightly, eyes brighter than any makeup could achieve. This space had been her second home for decades. Birthdays, breakups, laughter, grief, and joy had all passed through these walls, shaping the mornings of countless Americans. But today she knew it would be the last time. She inhaled, the kind of breath taken before saying goodbye to something that has been a defining part of who you are. Greeting the audience. "Good morning," she said, her voice steady yet soft, as if cradling something fragile. The audience responded, their cheers longer, louder, and tinged with emotion, some wiping tears, others smiling through theirs. Kelly glanced around, lingering on familiar faces, producers, camera operators, crew members who had watched her evolve from a new co-host to the heart of the show. Her connection with the room was palpable, a quiet acknowledgement of shared history and unspoken memories. The weight of the moment was heavy, yet she held it with grace, welcoming the audience into the farewell she had lived with in her mind for months. Reflecting on the journey. "This is harder than I thought it would be," she admitted, letting out a nervous laugh that drew laughter in return from the audience. She spoke of her first day, the fear, the uncertainty, and the moments she questioned if she belonged. She joked about cue cards ignored, heels regretted, and mornings when coffee felt like a lifeline. Every anecdote elicited laughter, yet beneath it lay a shared understanding. The audience wasn't just listening to stories, they were saying goodbye to a chapter of their own lives, feeling the subtle ache of transition alongside her. A companion to mornings, Kelly had been a constant presence in viewers' lives. Rushing kids off to school, breakfast with a newspaper, hospital rooms that needed brightness, or national tragedies that demanded a comforting presence. She had been there when laughter felt rebellious in heavy times, and when hope returned in small, delicate doses. "This show," she said, voice catching, "was never just a show to me." The pause was heavy, the room silent, even the band still. She acknowledged the crew and colleagues behind the cameras, the people who showed up long before the sun rose, stayed late, and believed in her when she doubted herself. Vulnerability on stage. A single tear slipped down her cheek, unhurried, unhidden. Kelly never pretended perfection. Her honesty had always been her strength. Her co-host reached out, hands meeting in instinctive comfort, a gesture repeated thousands of times before yet profoundly different this day. Words felt unnecessary. Years of shared mornings, jokes, silences, and small gestures communicated more than speech could. "I want to thank you," she said, voice breaking, "for being my partner in this chaos, for laughing when I took things too seriously, for catching me when I stumbled. I couldn't have done this without you." A heartfelt connection. The audience rose again, not from routine but gratitude, witnessing a farewell steeped in authenticity. Kelly's gaze shifted back to the camera, meeting each viewer at home with a soft but piercing intimacy. "To the people who invited me into your homes every morning, thank you," she said. "You celebrated with me, cried with me, grew up with me." She acknowledged the quiet lives of viewers, those who watched before work, while feeding babies or quietly healing. The sentiment transcended a simple goodbye. It was a recognition of shared human experience, of mornings made lighter by presence, humor, and connection. Memories and reflections. A montage played behind her, flashing years of moments in seconds, laughter, pranks, emotional interviews, milestones, and surprises. Kelly covered her mouth as memories surged faster than she could process. The montage ended, but the impact lingered. She stepped forward once more, saying simply, "I love you." The camera pulled back, applause swelling as she waved slowly, deliberately, a wave carrying gratitude, love, and the weight of decades. This was no scripted cheer, but a farewell written in human emotion. The weight of goodbye. The lights dimmed, the broadcast fading without dramatics or forced cheer. Kelly stood, absorbing the gravity of the moment. For millions, the screen went dark, but the feeling lingered. This wasn't merely the end of a show. It was the farewell of mornings that had felt like home. The applause stretched, raw and unfiltered, echoing in the studio as crew members silently processed the finality of it all. No one worried about timing or cues. For a moment, schedules and scripts no longer mattered. The final moments. Kelly straightened, wiping tears, laughing through them, a sound uniquely hers. She acknowledged the inevitable. "If I don't leave now, I never will." The band began gently, her co-host embracing her long and wordlessly. Gratitude, forgiveness, and shared history flowed in that one gesture. As they separated, Kelly walked toward the exit, stopping halfway, hand over her heart, mouthing "thank you" without sound. The camera captured it. Viewers felt it. A simple gesture conveyed what words could not, sealing the farewell in intimacy and shared human experience. Social media reactions. Later, social media exploded with reflections, clips, and memories. Viewers shared where they watched her final moment: kitchens, offices, dorm rooms, hospital rooms. Some recounted watching with parents, others spoke of growing up alongside her mornings. Her laughter had softened hard mornings and given consistency amidst chaos. The posts reflected the collective intimacy of decades of viewing, the unquantifiable comfort Kelly had provided, and the shared acknowledgement that endings, while inevitable, carry deep gratitude. Quiet reflection. For the first time in years, Kelly sat quietly, without countdown clocks, opening themes, or audience cues. The world outside paused as she placed her phone down and let silence settle. The day continued. Cars passed, coffee brewed, mornings moved on, but something had shifted. Endings like this settle gently, leaving behind a quiet resonance of gratitude, memory, and recognition. It was a farewell not of emptiness but of fullness, where reflection replaced the noise and the weight of time lingered in the heart. Legacy of laughter and comfort. Kelly had given more than a show. She provided stability, comfort, humor, and empathy to millions. Her presence had been a thread of familiarity through unpredictable lives, offering hope, laughter, and companionship without expectation. Even as her chair now sat empty, her influence remained tangible in the routines, smiles, and quiet moments she had touched. The space she filled could never truly be vacant because her connection extended beyond the studio, into the homes, hearts, and mornings of viewers who had come to rely on her warmth. Open doors for memories. Some goodbyes don't truly close doors. They leave them open just wide enough for memories to flourish. Kelly Ripa's departure reminded audiences that endings, while poignant, carry the gift of reflection, gratitude, and the permanence of shared human experiences. Her farewell was not dramatic or performative, but intimate, authentic, and profoundly human. It was a celebration of connection, of consistency in chaos, and of the subtle, quiet ways that one person's presence can anchor countless lives. Final words. As the studio lights dimmed and the echoes faded, Kelly Ripa left a lasting imprint on everyone present and those watching from home. She reminded us that vulnerability, honesty, and connection are stronger than perfection, that laughter can coexist with grief, and that mornings can feel like home when shared with someone who truly cares. Her farewell was a gentle, enduring note of gratitude, leaving hearts full, reflections lingering, and memories alive long after the cameras stopped rolling. For more heartfelt stories and updates, subscribe to the channel and like this video. Stay connected, stay inspired.